Chapter 15, Joyride. Now, playing as Ella. It feels strange to be back at work after the most romantic weekend of your life, but you still have the speech to work on. You enter the building and start to head towards your desk, but you're stopped by a security guard. ID badge. It's at my desk, I'm Lorraine Sullivan. I can't let you in unless I check your badge. But she's with me. I'll vouch for her. Make sure you have your badge next time. Will do. Okay, Mallory Spill. What's with all the security? Did something happen while I was away in Paris? I have no idea. It just started this morning. Maybe someone threatened Lewis over the weekend? The security guard fixes his eyes on you before speaking directly in his walkie-talkie. All secure. All I know is something fishy is going on. These guys are different from Hernandez's usual security team. You're right. They're much hotter. You know, I can only think of one other person here might be need to be protected, or who someone else might think needs to be protected. Me? Why? Who knows? But I'm guessing the most powerful attorney in Chicago has this kind of security detail on speed dial. Glance over Lewis's office, where he currently is meeting with a potential donor. I'm sure it's something connected with the campaign. Still, as you both turn your attention back to work, Mallory's words stick with you. Finally, you can't resist grabbing your phone and texting Levy. My office is crawling with security guards. You wouldn't happen to know something about that, would you? Do I need to be worried? No. I promise to take care of you. The security guards are there because I hired them. What? Why? Has something happened? You stare at the screen, waiting for his response, but before the bubbles stop, a snide voice accosts you from behind. Every time I come over, you're playing on your phone or plotting with Mallory. I need these changes to my speech draft finalized ASAP. Did you send me a new doc link? I must have missed it. Don't play dumb, you know exactly what speech I'm talking about, the one on criminal justice reform. You stop, your hand poised over the mouse as this meaning sinks in. Emerson, you mean my criminal justice speech? I'm the one who wrote that speech, not you. Nice try, Ella. I'm not to let you steal my work and take all the credit for it. That's literally what you're trying to do right now. I was Lewis's criminal justice guy long before you showed up. You took my ideas, slapped a new fancy words on them, and claimed them for yourself. The way I see it, at best, you're my co-author. You open your mouth and close it again, suddenly unsure. Mr. Hernandez is always saying we stand on the shoulders of those who came before us, and Emerson was here first. You sigh. It's easy to stand up for Mallory when it comes to speaking up for yourself, I'll always be the same Ella who let my ex-husband walk all over me. If you try to take credit for one more word of Ella's speech, I'll sue you for intellectual property theft. Levy, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be at your office? I got worried when you didn't answer my texts. It's a good thing, too. You obviously need me. Who is this guy? I'm Emerson Chadley, and I don't know who you are, but you have no right to storm in here and tell me how to do my job. Maybe if you were better at your job, I wouldn't have to. From what I just heard, you make other people do all the work and then steal the credit. Your heart swells to see Levy defending you, but as you glance around, you notice your coworkers are starting to stare. It's not that big a deal. You two, just a misunderstanding. Levy opens his mouth to argue, but you put your hand on his forearm. I appreciate you coming to my rescue, but I need to handle the situation myself. I don't come to your office and interrupt your work. But... The sound of Luis Hernandez's office door opening stops everyone short. Luis takes one look at the three of you, squaring off, and frowns. What's going on here? Is there a reason I can hear you from my office? It's not what you think, Mr. Hernandez. I was just... This kind of unprofessionalism is exactly what I won't tolerate on my campaign. We're supposed to be working together. Yes, Mr. Hernandez, I'm sorry. If I can't get my own team on the same page, what message does that send to donors, to voters? I couldn't agree more. That's why I felt compelled to call Ella out for not being a team player. Is that true, Ella? Levy glances over at you, his brow lifted. You know he wants you to stand up for yourself, but it's not as easy as he thinks. No, it actually is. I should try to smooth things over. I'm still getting in the swing of things around her. I'm sorry if it interrupted your meeting. Not to worry, I'll keep a tighter watch on her from now on. That's smoothing things over? With a grunt of irritation, Levy pushes his way forward, his hand outstretched. I don't think I've had the pleasure of formally meeting you yet, Mr. Hernandez. I'm Levy Thorne. Ah, yes, I recognize the name. You're the attorney, right? The one who's footing the bill for all the new security? That's me, yes. It's been too long since I dipped my toe in local politics. I'm grateful for the opportunity to do my part. Levy's attention is pulled away from a well-dressed woman as she steps out of Lewis's office. I thought I heard a familiar voice out here. Ah, Miss Chu. Let me introduce you to... There's no need for introductions. Grace and I go way back. You two know each other? Levy was my divorce attorney a few years ago. He's the reason I'm in a position to even consider a donation. You wouldn't believe what he got me in the final settlement. Plus, Levy made sure to keep my collection intact. Collection? My car collection. I'd have been devastated to lose even one of my race cars. They're like my children. Very fast, very expensive, very dangerous children. You know, I was thinking of heading over to the motor club today. Right now? There's no time like the present. I was coming to invite Ella, but the four of us could make an afternoon of it. I suppose a few hours off won't completely derail the campaign, if Ella's up for it. Then it's settled. Lewis and I will meet you two there. Uh-oh, a completely normal gathering. Uh-oh. You... Oh no. You can barely contain your excitement as Levy waits for you to grab your things and shove them into your purse. Oh my god, Ella, you're so lucky. Shut up! I know you're the snitch. I'd watch your back if I were you. One day your luck will run out. Yeah, my luck will run out when I'm convicted of killing you. I mean, what? Thankfully, you're not me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a donor to impress. You aren't sure what to expect when you arrive at a motor club, but the huge racetrack and speeding sports cars take your breath away. This place is incredible. Grace and Lewis are already waiting for you in one of the garages. They're deep in conversation as they stand next to a bright red sports car. You're right on time. I was just introducing Lewis to Ruby. Nice to meet you, Ruby. Very beautiful. She's something else, that's for sure. Did you give your car a name, Levy? Levy laughs as he moves to inspect his own car, a sleek black number that looks to be as impressive as he is. Ooh, long time no see. I never saw the need, unless you want to pick a name for me. You should name her... Oh, name her Ella. Okay. No, I'll go with Nightshade, though. Sounds kind of dark and dangerous, right? Nightshade. I like it. Consider her officially christened. Well, Grace, what do you say we take these beauties out for a spin? I'll even let Ella drive my car so you and Lewis have a chance. You're on. You don't have to ask me twice. But I've never driven anything that fast before. That's the fun part. Then it's a good thing I'll be in the car with you. I promise to take extra special care of you. Lewis glances at you with a raised brow, and you can tell he wants to race with Grace. This is a great chance to score points with my boss and show Levy that he's not the only one who knows how to have a good time. Go on a joyride with Levy. You hold your hand out for the car keys. I hope you're prepared to eat my dust. Everyone is in high spirits as you take your places. Lavi slides into the passenger seat and walks you through a few of the car's trickier settings. Don't worry if the stick shift feels a little tight, I prefer it that way. Giggity. And at higher speeds, it's important to focus on where you want to go rather than where you are. Your body will know what to do. Levy, are you making this sound dirty on purpose? It's not my fault fast cars and hot women have so much in common. Go ahead and start her up. Yeah, but women don't have a button. Well, no, never mind. I was gonna say they don't have a button to press, but never mind. As you turn the key in the ignition and the car bursts to life under you, Lewis shoots Grace's car out onto the track like a bullet. Uh-oh. Are you gonna let him win that easily? Hit the gas. Don't worry, he won't get far. You plunge your foot down on the gas, rocketing the car out with so much force that it pushes you both back against your seats. That's my girl, always up for something new and exciting. Levy's words send a thrill up your spine as the scenery zooms by you with so much speed with it. It all looks like a blur. Stick as close to the inside track as you can on these turns. You'll blow by Lewis in no time. You keep your gaze fixed on the road ahead, your hands clutching tightly at the wheel. You haven't been able to catch up to Lewis and Grace yet, but the bright red flash of the car is like a beacon for you to follow. I'm gonna pass him, if it's the last thing I do. Come on, Nightshade. If you keep riding the wall like that, it will be the last thing you do. Sorry, I'm still a little nervous. I know you are. It's one of my favorite things about you. You like that I'm terrified? Yes. Levy's low laugh matches the hum of the engine. Not like that. I appreciate that no matter how nervous you get, you're still eager for more. His comment imbues you with a burst of confidence, and you hit the gas. The car zips along, taking each turn so easily that soon you find yourself neck and neck with Lewis. If you want to pass him, don't let up. He's skittish around the corners. Maintain your speed as he backs down and you'll zoom by. Let the boss take the lead. Yeah, no. I might pay for this later. You grip the wheel with both hands as you zoom around the corner without letting up on the gas. Ella! Yeah, kiss my ass. That's when you just hold your hand out the window and go, sticking it to the man! Just give him the burn. That's what you do. The seconds in which you pass Lewis, your car so close they practically touch, are some of the most intense of your life. Perfect. You look like a seasoned driver out there. As you run the track for the third time, you start to relax behind the wheel of Levy's car. You also start to understand what he sees in this. The high speed, the heart-pumping excitement, the way you feel so in control. I feel like I'm flying. I know what'll really make you soar. Uh-oh. You gasp at the touch of his hand on your knee. You step down a little too hard on the gas, the car leaping forward with a roar. Levy, what are you doing? Whatever the damn well I please. I'm in my car with my sub. Who can stop me? As his hand slides deftly up your thigh, the car veers to the right. Keep your eyes on the road, Ella. I don't want to punish you for crashing my car. Oh boy. Basically, we reached 100 miles an hour, and he found that button. You know, just he found the button. You never need to worry when you're with me. I know exactly how much you can handle. A few laps later, you watch as Lewis pulls off the track ahead of you, and you follow after him. Thanks for letting me drive Nightshade, Levy. It was exhilarating. Believe me, the pleasure was all mine. Yeah, I never understood, Okay, on a racetrack, it's a little easier, okay? It's a little easier, because you can just go around and around and around and around and around, right? And as long as the car is well serviced. But I never understood, like, people doing stupid shit while driving down, like, a regular road, right? Where you're having to dodge traffic and everything else. Like, go find a racetrack family. Serious. Later after the drive, the four of you gather in the main clubhouse. I have to admit, this wasn't at all what I expected of meeting with Luis Hernandez. Am I allowed to ask what you expected? No offense, but I never really bought your man-of-the-people act. Someone as stoic as you isn't the sort to cut loose with his constituents. Oh, well, that's a fair point. My publicist is always telling me something similar. Then give your publicist a raise. I was ready to walk out of your office today. You have Levy to thank that I didn't... I can't take the credit. Ella is the reason we're all here right now. Me? I'm just doing my job. You're not sure Levy really believes what he's saying, but you smile encouragingly at Grace anyway. Now that I've seen Luis can cut loose with the best of us, I'm ready to start talking numbers. That's fantastic. In fact, if you're going to start racing cars and hobnobbing with the likes of Levy Thorne, you'll need a bigger contribution. I'll talk to my people. How big are we talking? Huge. I think you'll find that Mr. Hernandez really does walk the talk. The more I spend in his office, the more I'm convinced he's the right man for the job. Grace nods thoughtfully, then checks her watch with a sigh. Oh, enough playtime. I've got to get back to the office before they put out a missing person report. Luis, expect to hear from my accountant soon. I'll walk you to your car. You feel a little nervous to be left standing alone with your boss, but he turns to you with a smile. I'm impressed, Ella. After this morning's disaster of a meeting, I didn't think there were any way to change Grace's mind. Mr. Hernandez. Grace would have been a fool not to donate to your campaign. If she can't see how important you are to Chicago's future, then she's not worth the effort. You sound like you actually mean that. That's because I do. I believe in your campaign, Mr. Hernandez, and I believe in you. I'm glad Mr. Thorne happened to be in the office today. That was one hell of a coincidence. How did you meet him? Levy is handling my divorce. Grace and I have that in common. Mr. Thorne is the best in the business. I had no idea you were in the middle of a divorce. I don't talk about it much. Luis looks as though he's like to ask a few follow-up questions, but his tact as a politician stops him. I need to head back to the office and pick up a few things. Why don't you take the rest of the day off? I don't know about that, Mr. Hernandez. I still have those edits for the... If Miss Chow writes as big a check as she's saying, you've more than earned it. And please call me Luis. You barely have time to stammer out of your thanks before he gets a call and walks away to take it. You head outside to meet Levy. Why do you look like you just won the lottery? Because I did. Mr. Hernandez gave me the rest of the day off. He must be really happy with the way things turned out. As he should be. Grace Chow is a big fish. Landing her should give him a good leg up over his competition. Levy, it's all thanks to you. You're the one who knows Grace and made this happen. All I did was drive a few laps around a racetrack. Well, technically you didn't do the driving. Before you can respond, Levy takes you by the hand and starts leading you towards his car. Come on, I'll take you home. We don't want to waste 1 minute of your free afternoon. Levy walks you inside of your building, a step so close that you can feel the heat rising off of his body. Thanks again for coming to my rescue. The next time I'm backed into a tight corner, I know who to call. The next time you're backed into a tight corner, I plan to be the one trapping you there. I wish there was some way I could repay you for all that you've done for me, sir. Are you offering yourself to me, little lamb? Well, she does have the afternoon and evening off. I'm yours to command, always. You lower your gaze in submission, your breath catching in your throat. You know I belong to you. Yes I do. Which means I want you on your knees where you belong. In the lobby? Before you know it, the two of you are stumbling into your bedroom. Levy slams the door behind him. Why do you need to slam the door? Wait, I have something I want to show you. What kind of something? Lingerie for subs. I got it when I bought the thing for Paris. I'd like to put it on for you to see if it pleases you. I'm sure it will. Do you want to be a model? My model? Would you let me photograph you like a photo shoot? You shiver in delighted surprise. It wasn't exactly what you had in mind, but now that he's put the idea in your head, I've never roleplayed before. The rules are the same. Your safe word still applies, but we get to pretend to be the other people for a little while. The thought of playing this game with Levy makes you shiver. You get the feeling that he plays a role. He goes all the way. Plus, this may be the perfect maiden voyage for my new lingerie. Okay, alright. You know me in black, shut up. Levy gives you a few minutes to change, and you quickly slip into your new lingerie, adjusting the straps. The moment the cool leather close cinches your skin, you can feel yourself gaining confidence. Now, I just need the finishing touch. You unlocked an outfit in your closet, no shit. You attach your collar and then get in position and wait for Levy to return. A few minutes later, you hear Levy re-enter the room. You glance up to see the glitter of appreciation in his eyes as he sets a few props down by the bed. Damn. You like it? You're thrilled by his reaction, even as he clears his throat and tries to cover it up. The stylist certainly knows what she's doing. Have you ever modeled something so naughty before? Looks like the game has already begun. I'd better get into character. This is my first shoot. Am I doing it right? He lifts a finger and makes a twirling sound. You stand and obey, your hips swaying as you shine your body from every angle. Stunning. What's your name again? Katarina. Oh boy. Katarina, and yours? You can call me Mr. Grayson. Oh, give me a break! Soon as I hear that, I'm like, yeah, no, you need to stop. Now, I don't know what you've heard about me, Katarina, but I can be very demanding. And I demand that you do everything I say or you'll never model in this town again. Understood. Mr. Grayson lifts a camera to his eye and starts snapping photos. Innocent, candid, fierce. Yeah, we'll do innocent. You put on your sweetest smile and angle the rest of your body away from the camera, pretending to be shy. Like this. I know you haven't done this before, but you have modeled, right? You have to show me the goods. You turn to face him, technically doing as he asked, but keeping a teasing air to your pose. Not bad, but I think we can do better. A low throbbing starts to fill your belly as Mr. Grayson draws closer, his eyes narrowed as he eyes first you and then the bed. Try to relax, there's no wrong way to do this photo shoot as long as you're comfortable. You look down at your outfit, then back at Mr. Grayson, standing there fully clothed. You never really thought about how vulnerable it feels to know you're the only one bearing skin. We'll start with something simple and ease you into it. Why don't you pick your favorite position? Submissive? But I thought this was just a regular lingerie ad. Mr. Grayson steps forward, toying with the leather strap. This brief touch is enough to take your breath away. Are you really so innocent? Me, innocent? I just thought this is what the shoot called for. I can be very, very dirty if you prefer. Then let's see it. Show me how you like to be taken, Katarina. Make the camera want you, make me want you. Your breath catches in your throat as your mind runs over the possibilities. There's so many ways to display yourself! Oh boy. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I know it's building up to, but I don't know how YouTube's gonna handle a photo shoot. I'm gonna be real. Basically, I was right to edit out when I did, because, yeah, it was talking about, like, how you like going and doing and everything. Yeah, no. Anyway. And then it ended up literally being that. You want to ask what he means, but he pulls you into the crook of his arm. Nestles you so tightly that you don't dare move. At this point, you don't think you can. What was that? Him slowly being a dum-dum and getting emotions entangled. Late that night, you lay satisfied and exhausted in his arms. All you do is sink into him and sleep, but your mind won't stop racing. What Levy and I just did, that wasn't like the other times. It was more. Another night like this, and I won't be able to stick to our contract. The no feelings rule is getting harder and harder to follow. You try to slip out from underneath his embrace, desperate to protect your heart, when you hear the bang of the front door. What was that? Levy is instantly awake. He leaps out of bed, his body positioned between you and the other room. Stay here. Ignoring Levy's command, you follow a few steps behind him. You could just make out a silhouette against the city lights through the windows. Let me guess, it's Pat? What the... You blink as Levy turns on the lights. In front of you is a young woman struggling to get an enormous suitcase through the door. Oh no, it's worse. Oh, thank God, Levy. Can you help me with this? Levy, you know her? Reese, what are you doing here? Surprise! I'm moving to Chicago. Oh no. No, it's all over now, fam. It's all over. The fun, it's all gone. Why are you moving here? No, this is not how this is work. Also, a little note. I wish this would have happened sooner. Anyway, without further ado, let me know what you think. There's on the screen. Much love and appreciation for you watching. Yeah, again, let me know what you thought. So without further ado, hopefully you're all having a great day. Hopefully better than mine. Yeah, there isn't really much to say. There really isn't much to say this time. So catch you all later. Peace out.